Hey Reject Nation, Greg Alba here.
John!
We are going to watch today from Screen Junkie's Honest Trailers, the Honest Trailers for Jurassic Park 3.
Oh boy.
I like doing the reactions for these because they have a segment on Screen Junkie's News. Honest Trailers Commentary. I kind of feel like our review part is a version of Honest Trailers Commentary. And by the way, I was on Movie Fights a few weeks ago. Go check that episode out. Before we do that, Jurassic Park, Monsters, Mayhem at Universal. Universal Home Entertainment has sent us a box for Pacific Rim Uprising, and I thought it'd be fun to do two videos in one. So before we hop onto the reaction for Honest Trailers Jurassic Park 3, we are going to do an unboxing video. Universal Home Entertainment in association with Gamefly for Pacific Rim Uprising. Ooh. All I did to save time was I cracked open the box, have not looked inside this box just yet. Real quick, Pacific Rim Uprising, if you did see our review for the movie, we actually really enjoyed it. I personally preferred it more than the first one. I'm excited to see what's inside this box. All right.
Oh, paper!
It's my new scarf. Good.
Committing to this bit.
Right here. Ooh, Gypsy Avenger toy. I have a big collection of toys that are right over here that I constantly glare at to remind myself of my success in life. So that's going to be added to the list right here. A cool Gypsy Avenger toy. Awesome. Just like Jeremy Johns' dog. And then right here, of course, a copy of Pacific Rim Uprising in 3D. What?
We're gonna have to upgrade that TV.
We need to get a 3D one right here. I'm excited to own this one because I actually do prefer it more than the first one. Not just saying that because they sent us this nifty box so you can watch our review. And then, a copy of Pacific Rim. I prefer this more than Pacific Rim Uprising. I'm not just saying that because they sent me the box.
Not at all. Not at all. 100% authentic.
No,
this is the best one.
I do prefer this one. I've seen this one like 3 times, though I have. Wait, this feels like a book. What?
Is it like the art of?
It is the art of.
Oh,
the
that's
art
awesome. Okay.
Okay, the art and making of Pacific Rim Uprising. Wow.
That's
Well,
rad.
between John and I, I am definitely the one who will not prefer this one. Here you go,
Thanks,
buddy.
Todd. I for sure thought you were gonna take this.
Oh, this is more my jam. Pins. You got all of them right here.
Yeah,
Damn,
dude. You
that's
got
sexy. Okay, here we go. I feel 2 shirts.
What? Did they take care of us?
Okay, but since you get the thing
This
I wanted
book.
most,
Yeah, I obviously.
the DVD I wanted
Yeah,
most,
I'm
I get to choose the shirt.
all right. I've clearly made out like a bandit in this video.
All right, first one. You guys will see it before me. I can't see it. What is it?
Oh, it's like the emblem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the shirt you wear to the gym when people go, "Did you work on the movie?"
Yeah. This is your like Jaeger Army T-shirt that they give you when you enlist, but you know,
awesome.
Retrofitted for the
Sorry,
release.
Punching you in the glasses.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm a warrior, G.
All right, what's this one?
Not bad. Not bad.
Ooh, I saw some of the view fight. I'm called this
That's
shirt. I call this shirt.
Okay.
I call this shirt, John.
Okay. Hey, this
You get the one that shows you worked behind the scenes on Pacific Rim Uprising.
I did. Legendary.
Boom, shakalaka. This is awesome.
This is a really sweet gift bag.
And then
box.
And then
thing.
Oh, 6-month Gamefly membership?
Gaming! We're all about that now.
I did not know about that.
E3 week.
Sweet. Oh, thanks Gamefly and Universal Home Entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you guys for all these goodies. Pacific Rim Uprising is now out, I think, as of today.
Yeah,
if I'm not
I believe
mistaken.
so.
It just came out because I keep up to date with all DVD releases. This is going to my collection right here. Some awesome pins that I will put on my cats.
Yeah. Thumb through this book tonight and wish that I could draw or concept design half as well as good as any of these people.
Well, let's keep the Universal and Monster Mayhem continuing with an honest trailers for easily the best of the Jurassics.
Oh, yeah.
Jurassic Park 3. Alan. 1, 2, 3.
Today's episode is brought to you by the U.S. Army.
And Universal Home Entertainment, Gamefly.
They welcomed you to Jurassic Park. Then they welcomed you to the Lost World.
Yeah.
Now, the franchise just kind of wears out its welcome in Jurassic Park 3.
We watched Jurassic Park again last night.
Before you see the 5th Jurassic movie, revisit the chapter that made these movies go extinct for 15 years, combining a rehashed plot.
You mean the 2 islands with dinosaurs? All right.
And TV quality effects. to score the lowest critical response of the series. Ugh, why couldn't Universal have just listened to Jeff Goldblum?
They were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Sam Neill returns as Indiana Jones, minus all charisma.
It's a great thing about Bones, they never run away.
Witness the most meta role of his career as he plays a guy pressured by fans into going back to Jurassic Park,
Does anyone have a question that does not relate to Jurassic Park?
who finally gives in because of a paycheck.
I could write all kinds of numbers on this.
That's
While his more
brilliant.
successful co-star literally throws it apart from
Oh,
home.
wow.
They'll be joined by a
right.
cast of new dumb characters, like Billy,
brilliant.
who carries a parachute on land for the entire movie, just in case this happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pterodactyls.
The enclosure.
The mandatory Jurassic Park child of divorce, Taya Leone yelling.
Quiet. This is Kirby.
Oh, the fall of the
And
franchise.
William H. Macy as a timid paint salesman who scams a team of mercenaries and kidnaps Dr. Grant to rescue his kid from a hotshot who's dating his wife. Huh. I think if they told the story from his perspective, this movie might actually be good.
This is T-Rex P.
Never mind. Do you like dinosaurs? Not for long, because this movie ruins every last one of them, killing off the T-Rex in seconds. Just to show how badass the Spinosaurus is, weirdly obsessing over the raptor's vocal cords.
Do you remember the sounds they made?
And making the dinosaurs earth-shakingly loud. But still has them sneak up on people like Teflon-clad ninjas.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So gear up for the most forgettable Jurassic Park movie that
Oh,
forgot to include
yeah.
any antagonists, forgot to save any of its budget for an actual ending,
She said the Navy and Marines.
and forgot they put the phrase "my God" into the script 9 different times.
My God, I forgot.
Oh my god!
Did they?
Oh my God. My God. Oh my God. He's dead.
Oh my god. No, he's not.
God. It's a bird cage.
My God, that's lazy.
Alan.
Scarring,
Never gets old.
Alan!
shameless, Taya and the T-Rex. This Pratt. Let me put you on holdo for a minute. People tripping all over themselves.
Well, can you blame them?
Hey, we probably call that.
And this velociraptor on a plane shouting,
Alan.
the one where a dinosaur says Alan. I'm just gonna go ahead and pretend this whole movie is a dream prequel to the Lego video game.
Dr. Grant.
Today's
Wait,
episode was
is that
brought
real?
to you by
Yeah, I was
Universal. Find out more by clicking the link below. Alan. And when everybody has an awesome voice, no one will. I didn't choose the honest trailer life. The honest trailer life chose me. Chicago.
I didn't choose the honest trailer. That was a funny one.
Yeah, that was well done. That was a good sequence of ending comment.
Last night we watched the original Jurassic Park. Decided this week I'm gonna watch Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and then we'll watch Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom on Thursday. Just so I could hate Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. That's the goal here. Yeah.
Or no, man, maybe
Yeah.
with all that negative hype, you'll come out loving it.
Just looking at this honest trailer reminded me so much of why I was more than okay with what Jurassic World gave us. Jurassic World has a fan base for sure. And then a lot of people hate it, you know, because I feel like a lot of the installments after the first one you just hate because none of them match up to the greatness that is the first one. This is the lowest point of the franchise. I think it's way lower than Jurassic World for sure. I like Jurassic World. This is awful. And there's something in here that I'm kind of surprised they didn't point out. One of the main reasons I have a strong distaste for this movie, the fact that they completely obliterate the entire arc of Sam Neill's Dr. Grant character in the first one. One of the beautiful character arcs in the first movie, Dr. Grant hates kids. Ending note is he's holding the kids and he's looking at them like, we should have some of these, huh?
Yeah, we should get ourselves a couple of these. What do you think?
Let's get back to the baby making when we get home off this island. And then in part 3, it does that thing where they're not dating anymore. She's married to someone else, has kids with someone else. I kind of respect the idea of Sam Neill's character is just so traumatized from the events, and maybe this story is somewhat of a play on him facing his trauma or whatever, how this ruined his life. I hate how they obliterated that whole arc. I would have much rather had. It's like, if you're gonna bring back Laura Dern, there's no point in including her at this point if you're gonna completely wipe away that whole arc that they had in the first one.
It's just like, look, we did it. We checked the box, and like nothing beyond that.
I don't know which honest trailer writer decided to use that line from Jeff Goldblum in the first one. My favorite moment in the first movie is when the scientists are all at the table with John Hammond. They're talking about whether or not this Jurassic Park idea is a good idea, and using that line from Ian Malcolm.
They were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
And then to think about the franchise. That's just great writing. I gotta point that out. The idea of taking that line and throwing it in this honest trailer was so brilliant.
That is a universally relevant line. And it is a perfect line for this particular scenario, and arguably this sequel the most out of all of them.
And also, there are commentary on Dr. Grant's character being pressured to go back to the island because of fanboys doing it for a paycheck.
That was an inspired
It's
comparison.
a good meta comparison.
Yeah.
For maybe this is the reason why Sam Neill is the star of this movie.
I definitely think so. And they also pointed out that there is kind of no antagonist aside from just like incidental dinosaurs, and the movie really does sort of have a meandering quality to it because of that. You know, it does feel like a sort of a random installment, even in just the way the setup is.
Lost World introduces some pretty goofy elements.
Hey, you!
This amps up the lowbrow humor to a whole degree, you know, like that Alan bit they keep referencing with the raptor. Just the overall comedy in this film is just so bad. It feels like a made-for-TV movie.
It really does, and I saw this for the first time like a year or two ago, and I was kind of shocked at the tone, just the overall like production values and the tone. You got Ned Flanders walking around too, which I'm surprised nobody made a joke about.
I hate that Tia Leone is shouting so much in this movie. If I remember the movie correctly, it's been a few years since I've seen it, but Dr. Grant gets knocked out. He wakes up. William H. Macy and Tia Leone are shouting on a speakerphone for their son. Like, how stupid
You're the
could you be?
loudest characters.
You
like,
know where you are, right?
that was one of my main takeaways, is how loud and thick all of the main characters except for Dr. Grant are.
Yeah.
Like, I felt so bad for him watching this movie, because it's like, you must just have a headache.
This is a really challenging movie to actually sit through. I don't even enjoy it in a sense of it's so bad it's good. It's to me, it's kind of an annoying film.
There are some cool dinosaurs. Like, I forgot that like the Spinosaurus is cool.
Yeah.
Even though, that whole thing where it like sneaks up on them and stuff is like totally ridiculous, especially with like the way every Jurassic Park movie makes a point of going, look how heavy their footsteps are.
See, the first movie is a great science fiction horror film. And that's why my favorite scene is when they're having a debate about whether or not this is a good idea, because the writing is so rich with treating the characters as if, what if this really happened? How would these characters discuss this situation? It's a great scene. The rest are kind of just franchised out money-making machines. That's the whole point of them.
Well, they shift into being adventures more than they do sci-fi or horror, really.
The issue that I have with Jurassic Park 3 above all of them is there is zero style to the way the movie's done. The Lost World at least has a few redeeming moments, I think. I think
There's
that
some cool
scene
sequences.
when the two T-Rexes and they're in the vans or whatever, that is a great sequence. It's scary. There's a few other moments that I think are genuinely thrilling and genuinely good, and at least Spielberg is trying something. And there's still a Spielberg direction to it and a good score. Part 4 definitely has style. You know, whether or not you like the style of the fourth one, it has a style. This movie is bland. That's my biggest issue with it. You look at these shots, just what they're showing in this honest trailer with so many sequences of that, like even that scene with Tia Leone where they make the joke about her screaming because she sees the parachute. It's just this like boring, stagnant shot where it just seems like plant the camera here. We don't have a budget because Spielberg didn't return for this. This one out of them all feels like the one where the studio cared the least about it.
It is the
and
most
thought about
lackluster.
just cashing in on some on a brand name, cheesy effects. The one one thing that could have made up for like half of this film is at least try doing something stylistic with the way you're shooting this.
Oh yeah, so many of these kinds of movies can get a pass with some cool shots and whatnot. And I was thinking, like, if you just watch this honest trailer with the sound off, I think the only things that would look enticing are the few moments where dinosaurs show up, and the rest of it doesn't really grab your eye that much. I guess that's the funny thing, is like a lot of honest trailers make me kind of morbid curiosity want to go back and like rewatch that and see, like, you know, if it's really that bad. But this one, I don't even want to do that.
This is not a good film, and I think it's definitely the lowest one of them all. Some people argue that at least this film knew what it was. I don't think so. This is the definition of film going, they don't care.
You're gonna know what you are, at least use that to your advantage.
Thank you, Screen Junkies, for putting together an amazing, honest trailer. And thank you to Universal Home Entertainment and Gamefly for giving us this awesome Pacific Rim goodies. Monster Mayhem continues. Well, you guys can subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell, because subscribe buttons are essentially broken. And you can check us out on Patreon. Full-length TV show reactions, weekly Q&As, music video coverage. Would love to have you become a patron today.